Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're gonna make wonton soup. This is a viewer suggestion, and this is gonna be a nice, simple recipe. Couple substitutions, just because what the show's about is making it really simple, making everything really simple. So I don't wanna go to the fancy stores. I wanna go to Walmart and get everything at Walmart. So let me show you what I got. All right, so starting off, I'm just gonna pull stuff out of the bags. Green onion. Got green onion, soy sauce, sesame oil, ginger, garlic. I got chicken bouillon because it's a chicken broth base, but I don't like how regular packaged chicken broth tastes. So I'm gonna do some bouillon, has some MSG in it, so that'll make it really cool. So now this is where we get into the changes. So when I first saw this, what I wanted to use was frozen wontons. Walmart.com says they had frozen wontons. Turns out they did not. So now I need to make a wonton recipe. So I got wonton wrappers, pork. Oh, one thing from the soup, shiitake mushrooms. You're probably like, shiitake mushrooms and, what is it, bok choy? They didn't have. So I did get a Napa cabbage. It's gonna work fine. It's gonna go in both things. It's gonna go in the wontons and it's gonna go in the soup. It's gonna be fine. And then I couldn't find any shiitake mushrooms. Walmart had none. I asked everyone around there, no shiitake mushrooms. So I put my hands in the air and say, this is not gonna be, you know, really authentic, but they did have portobello mushrooms though. That's what I'm gonna use. They're still umami rich, they're still all good, but it's just they don't have a little bit more of a smoky, earthy flavor that a shiitake does have. I did buy a little bit of MSG if I want to add it, we'll see. Okay, first things first, 6 cups of chicken broth into a pot. As I said, I'm using bouillon, so I'm gonna put 7 cubes in just because I like the taste. So I'm gonna go 6 cups of water, 7 bouillon cubes. You need 1 clove of minced garlic, and a 1-inch knob of ginger just smashed, just to bring out the flavor. And then you're gonna want to let of that cook up. So let's get going. All right, now I got in the pot, I have 7 cubes of bouillon. I did 2 cloves of minced garlic, just because mine are pretty small, and I think, you know, 1 clove's not enough. Next, it says a 1-inch piece. I'm just gonna do 1 ear off of it. Smash it down. Okay, well, we got that coming to a boil. We're gonna start making the wontons. So in a large bowl, we're gonna add 1 cup of Napa cabbage, chopped and dried, 1 pound of ground pork, half a cup of green onion chopped, 1 egg, 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, 1 teaspoon of sesame oil, 1 teaspoon of salt, and a teaspoon of cornstarch. All right, let's get it mixed in. Napa cabbage in. All right, let's get this mixed together. Okay, after you've let the mixture rest for about 20 minutes, you're gonna need some flour, a small bowl of water, you're gonna need your mixture, and then you're gonna need a baking sheet to cook. I swear to God, if my parents walk in one more time, I'm gonna lose my shit. Flour, water, mixture, cutting board, baking sheet, put a little bit of flour in there so they don't stick. So what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna take a wrapper, I'll put the wrapper in your hand, a little spoon, take a little bit of the mixture, put it right in the middle. Gonna want to fold it into a triangle. Once it's folded into a triangle, take a little bit of water, put it on one of the long edges. And then at the same time, you're gonna want to flip away the short side, and you're gonna want to bring these right up. Bring it up nice and tight. And it sort of look like that. That is a really shitty wonton, but it's gonna taste good. All right, once you get it made, this is gonna make a lot of wontons. What you can do is you can freeze them or you can cook them. Let's get cooking. Okay, now that our water's boiling and you got some wontons made, I made, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, 13, and I got 17 wontons made in the time it took for my water to boil. That's great. I'm gonna make a couple more. What you're gonna do, pot, water boiling, add the wontons. Once it starts boiling again, add a little bit of water, Once it starts boiling again, add another little bit of water, and then just keep doing that until they start floating. Now, when they're all floating, then they're done. That's just a telltale sign. Let's add my originals in first. I don't want to overcrowd the pan too much, so I'm only going to add about 8 in. I want my wonton soup. I want my wonton soup. My ass smells like wonton soup. Anyone get that Eric Andre reference? It's my favorite episode. I think it's the only episode I've ever watched. But a little bit of water, purge it down a little bit so we can keep cooking them. Okay, now to finish up our soup. Mushrooms, and then I'm using Napa cabbage. But I'm trying to do what you can get at an average store. Walmart. My Walmart really sucks. So if your Walmart also sucks, you can't find shiitake mushrooms, or you can't find whatever the other one is that I forgot the name of. But what you're just gonna want to do, thin slices. Thin slice. If you're doing a whatever. If you're doing a mushroom like mine, go like that. Chop it up into some, 1.5 inch, but bite-sized pieces, but on the top end of bite-sized pieces. Now you're probably like, Garrett, it's a completely different shape. How are you gonna do a Napa cabbage? Well, there's the hard part in the middle. So what I'm planning on doing, cutting it down the middle. I'm doing some good sized pieces. The leafy pieces, I feel like it's gonna wilt too much, so I'm not trying to add that. But the nice half and half pieces just like this, that would be perfect in there. Cook for about 5 minutes. It's gonna start to wilt, it's gonna soften, and that's where we're gonna add in our mushrooms. Add in the mushrooms, then we're gonna add in the soy sauce and the sesame oil. But while we're waiting, I can make more wontons. Okay, soften, mushrooms go in. Just gonna simmer these for a minute or so, a minute, 2 minutes. I don't know what that was, but we're gonna let that simmer for a minute or two, and then we're gonna stir in our sesame oil and our soy sauce. Tablespoon, teaspoon, stir, you're done. Let's get it plated. All right, put a little bit of soup in the bowl, throw a couple wontons in there, and there you have it. A little simple, nice and easy wonton soup. If you guys like this video, leave me a like. I love it. I love likes. I love knowing that you guys are enjoying these videos. If you have any questions, drop down in the comments. I hope I made this nice and simple for you. Have a good one. Bye.